So hi, so my name's Reese and thanks for joining me here today. So a little about me before we get started. I'm from the same little town as our famous historic hero William Wallace, and in my almost 50 years on this planet I've had the opportunity to see quite a lot of corners of the world, but eventually decided to settle back here in Scotland. Although it's been 3 years since I first moved to the area, it was only really in the last month that I reached out to my local church. Let's be honest to my audience, it's been 25 years now since I last stepped foot in a church. Now, although I had turned my back on religion, I had continued to keep my faith in God, and to make a long story short, in a moment of complete emptiness, found myself at a dead end and sort of opened myself up and asked God for directions. So as usual, he brings in a detour. Now, as I'm sure you're already aware, the expression that God works in mysterious ways doesn't really do his handiwork any justice. So I found a couple of small miracles later, my feet are now firmly placed on this new path. This new path has led to me sort of attending church more regularly, and in that time I found myself taking joy and happiness from what seems to be a very welcoming congregation and a lovely minister, Tim, and his wife Fiona. Now, between you and me, I wasn't expecting the massive changes that I witnessed. Found it a bit of a shock to the system. Now, yeah, some of it was still the same. You know, we still sang hymns, we still learned from the big book, we still prayed together, minister attempting to prove that he has a sense of humour. I was expecting a change, but it was a forced change I was expecting, you know, people being forced into thinking, well, this is the way it's meant to be, but it was actually a genuine change. People were genuinely welcoming, people were genuinely nice, people were genuinely there with a smile and excited to actually see a new face. And that made things so much more easier to come back to something that I had left so long ago, and actually found myself really enjoying myself and walking away feeling really energised and re-empowered. And do you know what? That made such a big difference for someone like myself. As an avid filmmaker, I'm always looking for a new excuse for a project, and I sort of thought to myself, why not just start a new blog? I usually hate blogs because I'm normally on the other side of the camera. I'm usually the cameraman, I'll do the edits, I'll write the scripts, but to be on this side of the camera takes me out of my comfort zone. I really don't feel that I have the face for video, but to get a host to tell what is in essence my story, I felt would be cheating you, the audience. So over the next few months, I'm hoping to bring together what would be a comprehensive guide to someone like myself starting again in what's to be seen as a modern Church of Scotland. I've got an interview with the minister in a couple of weeks' time, and I'm hoping to slowly start introducing myself to the heads of the different committees within what is St Parish Church. So hopefully we'll get to know them a wee bit better, and we'll get to really understand what is their role. Yeah, being named chairman of something or the head of a committee or whatever, that means nothing to a lot of us. So, you know, let's see if we actually understand it better. Would it make a major difference to what it is we understand that our church actually does for us and for others in the background when we ourselves are not even oblivious to all the good that a church can do in such a community like Barrhead. As with all documentaries, there has to be a beginning. With all beginnings, I thought, do you know what? Let's just do a little bit of history. You know, let's introduce ourselves to what is the local place of worship, which is Barrhead, St Andrew's Parish. So without further ado, let's grab our coat and we'll go up. It's only a 15-minute walk, so let's go and have a look just now. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but hopefully with it being Scotland, it should be grey and dry. Alright, bye. So, after many years of planning, committees, grants and fundraising, spades finally carved into the earth, and as bricks and mortar rose to the heaven, the dreams of our community finally came together. Now it says here that it stands as a proud beacon to the town of Barrhead, and that it was designed and built by Honey, Jack and Robertson, and was completed in 1966. So it says here that South and Leven South Church was first established in 1846, right? Now, it had already united with Leven and Nitshill Church in 1986. However, on Thursday the 6th of June 2013, Atherley Church of Scotland, who'd been worshipping communities since 1793, all became one congregation, and that's when St Andrew's Church was born. Right, so one of the main things that you do notice when you get here, right, is this, right? I'll try and show it to you. Let's see if you can see it. There you go, right. So we've got two options. We can either go the easy way, or we can go this way. So we'll tell you what, we'll go the 28 steps, right? So come on, follow me up. Straight away, I can tell I'm too old for this. But anyway, as soon as we get up, we're greeted again with that magnificent window. There we go. And then again, if we just follow it right up to the top, one of the main reasons why you make the effort, it's for this. You can try to see the view, and then just behind me here we've got the old church and the hills behind us. Magnificent. What a lovely day to come out filming in as well, it's brilliant. Just behind me you can see that we're supporting a 25, maybe a 30-foot Dalsdale Vieira stained glass window. It was designed by local artist Gordon Webster, and I believe it was installed in 1967. Dalsdale Vieira is really just French for glass slab, and it's a process where glass brick and poly resins and concretes are used in order to create what's a solid structure. Right, so just behind us we've got the bell tower, an amazing big tall thing. I'm not even going to guess how tall it is. I've done a bungee jump once and I'm sure it would probably be as tall as that. But anyway, used on a Sunday, bringing the bells to remind people what time church starts, which I believe is 11 o'clock just now. But that's just because of COVID. But it's also a good way to hide the smokestack for the boiler, so well done architect. It's a really nice little trick there. Perfect. Right, so that's us at the end of the video, so hopefully you've enjoyed it. A little bit more history round about St Andrew's parish and about how it actually got its roots here first in the town of Barrhead. Next time it's going to be a meeting with Tim. He's the local resident, and hopefully he'll give us a little bit more insight into what it is that this church is looking to achieve in the next year. Okay, big goals, big questions, but this is a documentary about bringing people closer and about bringing information to those who haven't been to church for quite a while, and to see that church is more than just coming along on a Sunday, singing hymns or praying. There is a lot more that a church offers, and I think if we start to understand that, I think we'll start to realise how blessed and how lucky we are that we have a community that wants to look after us. But what is our legacy going to be for the youngsters in the future? So just something to think about. As I said, tune in next time and we'll have a little look inside the church, and hopefully we'll get a bit more idea about the architecture and about the history as they brought this Trinity
together. Okay, but thanks again, and always remember, just hit that like button. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.